The problem goes like this. Air at 20 degrees Celsius and at atmospheric pressure is flowing over a flat plate at a velocity of 3 meters per second. If the plate is 30 centimeter wide and at 60 degrees Celsius, calculate the following quantities at x is equal to 30 centimeter. So there is a long list of various parameters to be calculated. And this problem was asked in summer 12 and summer 3. So 8 to 9 marks problem. The weightage of this problem is 8 to 9 marks. Okay. So what are the parameters to be calculated? Velocity boundary layer thickness, thermal boundary layer thickness, local friction coefficient, average friction coefficient, local shear stress and average shear stress, local heat transfer coefficient, average heat transfer coefficient, total heat loss per hour for the length of the plate, 30 centimeter along the flow, total drag force on the plate, and total mass flow through the boundary. Please go through this problem once again on your own. So first, see how to identify whether this problem is from forced convection and it is external flow. So in order to identify whether this problem is from forced convection, if velocity term is given, that is fluid is moving with some velocity, that means it is a forced convection. Now how will you identify whether it is an internal flow or external flow? So air being the fluid is flowing over a flat plate. So it is the example of external flow. So forced convection external flow problem. So let us start solving this problem. So very first step, if you could remember, is drawing the schematic of this problem. So what is there in the problem? There is a flat plate of certain thickness. Let's say its total length is L and its width is W. Let's say air is flowing over this flat plate having the velocity u infinity and temperature T infinity. Let's say the surface temperature of this plate is Ts. So in data book, this Ts is taken as Tw and T infinity is taken as T infinity. These are the notations, so do not get confused. Okay. So this way the flow is taking place, and from the problem statement I can clearly sum up Ts is greater than T infinity. So what will happen because of this temperature difference? Heat transfer will take place from surface to the fluid. Now another schematic here to understand. I am drawing the 1D view only. This is the flat plate. Okay. At surface temperature Ts. And what happens? when the fluid is flowing over this flat plate, boundary layer formation can take place. This is nothing but velocity boundary layer. Okay. And we have been given in the problem that the flow is taking place up to, we are supposed to calculate some of the parameters at the distance x from this leading edge. This is called as leading edge of the flat plate. Now mind well what I am trying to say. The entire length of the flat plate is capital N, width is W. But what problem is asking you? You are supposed to calculate some of the parameters at a distance x from the leading edge. Okay. So whatever parameters I am supposed to calculate at this local distance x, which is given as 30 centimeter. So this is the complete schematic of this problem. Air flow over a flat plate. So see, I could represent in all sense all the parameters affecting the heat transfer phenomena. So this is the complete schematic of this problem. Then point number 2 or step number 2, enlist all the given things. So what are the different values given to you? You have been given the fluid temperature as 20 degrees Celsius. Velocity is given. Local distance x is given. And plate temperature is given. So fluid temperature is given T infinity as 20 degrees Celsius. Fluid velocity as 3 meter per second. Surface temperature is given as 60 degrees Celsius and local distance as 30 centimeter, that is 0.3 meter, and width of the plate is also given as 30 centimeter, that is 0.3 meter. Okay, so I could sum up all these parameters as well. Entire length of the plate, that is capital L, is not mentioned in the problem. Then step number 3. Step number 3 is state all the assumptions. Now so far, nowhere I have mentioned any assumptions related with the force convection. So these will be the set of assumptions. Number 1, one-dimensional steady state heat transfer. Number 2, now what happens? Whenever there exists a temperature difference between surface and the air, heat transfer takes place by convection and radiation as well. So in this case, we are not going to consider any heat transfer by radiation. So no heat transfer due to radiation. Whatever heat transfer is taking place purely by convection. Okay. Then constant properties of the fluid. Then assumption number 4 will be okay, assumption number 4 will be now I am considering the fluid which is flowing over the flat plate is air. So I am considering air as an ideal gas. Now what will be the importance of this assumption? I can apply all the ideal gas laws and relations to calculate any other property of ideal gas. Air as an ideal gas. So this will be another important assumption. Okay, so only 4 assumptions are sufficient. Okay. Now step number 4, as per our procedure. Identification of reference temperature. Now how to decide reference temperature? Since I have identified the flow is external and nothing is mentioned, so I will take mean film temperature as reference temperature. So I have to mention here, since given flow is an external flow, hence taking mean film temperature as reference temperature. And what is that? TF is equal to Ts plus T infinity by 2. It is nothing but mean film temperature. I am representing it by T suffix F. Ts is given as 60, T infinity is given as 20. So the value of reference temperature as mean film temperature will come out 40 degrees Celsius. Okay. So this way I can find out the reference temperature. What is point worth mentioning here? I could identify it is an external flow. So as per thumb rule, mean film temperature will be the reference temperature for external flow. Then step number 5 is thermophysical properties. Now how to find out these thermophysical properties? At TF is equal to 40 degrees Celsius from heat transfer data book, okay, by CP Kothandaraman and page number 34. Okay, so let me once again refer the page number 34. Now refer the page number 34 of your data book. So this is page number 34, and in our case it is given air is flowing over a flat plate at 1 atmospheric pressure, and it is air. So flowing fluid is dry air and its reference temperature is 40 degrees Celsius. So which set of values I am going to take? This one. So at 40 degrees Celsius, I will be enlisting all those values. Okay. So rho is equal to 1.128 kg per meter cube. Mu is 19.12 into 10 to the power minus 6. Newton second per meter square. Then the value of next value is nu. Nu is 16.96 into 10 to the power minus 6. Meter square per second. Then comes the value of alpha. And this value is 24.306 into 10 to the power minus 6 meter square per second. Further, the next value is Prandtl number 0.699 and CPU value is 1005. CPU value is 1005 and its unit will be joule per kg per Kelvin, and final value is K 0.02756. Now mind well, this thermal conductivity is the thermal conductivity of air being fluid, 0.02756. It is not thermal conductivity of the plate material. So in order to differentiate this, I will represent it by small k suffix f, 0.02756 watt per meter Kelvin. So this way I could find out all the thermophysical properties from this data book at page number 34, from page number 34. So this is the utility of this table. Now step number 5. Sorry, this is step number 5. Step number 6. Identify the boundary conditions. Can someone tell me what will be the boundary condition by turning on his or her mic? Whether constant wall temperature or constant heat plus boundary condition. If someone is log in or awakening, please tell me what will be the boundary condition in this problem. Is anyone there? Or
Constant wall temperature.
correct. It is the constant wall temperature boundary condition because clearly the surface temperature is given. Thank you. Constant wall temperature. Yes. Now step number 7. Nature of flow. From next class, you also keep a list of steps. That is, we are supposed to find out Reynolds number at a distance, local distance x, up to which we are supposed to consider the fluid flow. We are supposed to calculate if the fluid is flowing from leading edge up to this distance, what will be the nature of flow up to the distance. So, nature of flow can be decided by calculating the value of Reynolds number. So, Rex will be rho into U infinity into LC over mu. It can also be represented by boundary condition we have identified as constant wall temperature, step number 6. Step number 7 is nature of flow. Rex. So if a fluid is flowing over this flat plate of length L and we are supposed to find out the nature of flow up to the local distance x, that can be decided with the help of local Nusselt number. Okay, so this is the formula for Nusselt number, rho into U infinity to NC over mu. This can also be given as mu U infinity, sorry, not mu, U infinity into LC over nu, because nu is mu over rho. Now what will be LC here? Let me very elaborate.
0.3 meter.
Yes, characteristics length will be the local distance up to which we have to find out the nature of flow. 0.3 meter. So now can I calculate Rex? The value of U infinity is 3. Value of LC is 0.3 and value of nu, I am using this formula, is 16.96 into 10 to power minus 6. And Reynolds number is a dimensionless number, it won't have any value. So the value of Rex will be, I could calculate this value as 530 96, oh sorry, let me write it very clearly, 530 96.23. I can also write it as 5.3096 into 10 to power 4. Can someone suggest me what will be the nature of flow?
Turbulent.
Why turbulent?
Sir, because it is greater than the 4000 value.
No. For flat plate, okay. For flat plate, flow will be laminar if Reynolds number value is 5 into 10 to power 5. Now once again you need not to remember this value. If you refer data book page number 112, for the flat plate the value of Reynolds number is written over there. Up to this value of Reynolds number, flow will be laminar and turbulent will be beyond this value. Okay. Now the value which you have mentioned is applicable for internal flow. That is, flow is taking place through the pipe or tube. So please remember. So Rex is less than 5 into 10 to power 5 for a flat plate. Flow is going to be laminar. So see, we have decided so many things up to step number 7. It is a external flow, constant wall temperature boundary condition and laminar flow. Okay. So now let us do one by one calculation. These are the general steps I have followed so far. Now let us start doing calculations of the various parameters. So step number 8, 9 and 10 I am not going to follow because in this problem those steps are somewhere mentioned at number 7th or 8th. So I will be covering step number 8, 9 or 10 in those steps, in those serial number. Okay. So what is the very first thing you are supposed to calculate? Velocity boundary layer thickness. Okay. Now refer page number 112 of your data book. Velocity boundary layer thickness. I am representing it by delta H. Velocity boundary layer thickness is also called as hydrodynamic boundary layer thickness. And since I am calculating it for local distance x, it can be represented by delta suffix hx. Now from here its correlation I can get. So once again refer the data book.
Sir, page number, sir.
Page number 112. In my data book it is page number 112. I am showing that page.
121.
In your data book I don't know the number.
121.
121, that much difference? Are you able to see this page?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, 121 page number.
113. This
is 121.
So see,
120.
yes, 120.
121.
Oh God. So see, it is an external flow over a flat plate. Then it is a laminar flow. Okay. So we have to refer the formula related with the section 1.0 laminar flow. So the very first formula is given as delta Hx is equal to 5 into 5x, it is not into 5x Rex raised minus 0.5. And you can see here delta x is hydrodynamic boundary layer thickness at a distance x from the leading edge. And delta Tx is thermal boundary layer thickness at a distance x from the leading edge. So now you please write down this formula. Okay, delta Hx 5 into Rex minus 5. Similarly, I will be writing this formula. So now are you able to see my OneNote screen? No. Are you able to see my OneNote screen or still you are seeing my data book only?
No, data book. Data book.
Data book only, okay. So every time I have to do this exercise. Okay, so I have my real data book available with me. So instead of switching from OneNote book to digital data book, I'll be asking you to simply refer those formula. Okay. You do that way, it will save my time. देता है सर आप देता नहीं so where is the okay so I have this formula so you please write down page number please write down clearly from HT data book for laminar flow and page number is in my data book it is 113. So the formula of delta Hx is nothing but 5 into x into Rex 0.5. So delta Hx 5 into 0.3 into the value of Reynolds number I could get as 5.3096 into 10 to power 4 power minus 0.5. So I could get this value as 6.51 96 into 10 to power minus 3 meter. So delta Hx is 6.5196 mm. This is the value of velocity boundary layer thickness or hydrodynamic boundary layer thickness. What this value is actually we have studied when a fluid with velocity u infinity is flowing over a stationary flat plate, velocity gradient exists and locus of all such boundary layer thicknesses is called as velocity boundary layer. So this delta Hx is nothing but this distance, and within this distance starting from the leading edge the velocity gradient is existing, and beyond this the velocity of the fluid everywhere will be free stream velocity. That is its physical significance. I hope all of you got the same value. I don't know how many of you have really attending this lecture, but now I will be starting only after finishing this. So please bear with me. I am also feeling hungry. My hands are trembling, shivering because of hunger. But still, I want to complete this numerical. Now, next is thermal boundary layer. Next is thermal boundary layer thickness. It will be represented by delta Tx. Now, once again, from data book, page number 113, HT data book, you can access this formula for thermal boundary layer thickness. Okay. Very next to the delta Hx, the formula of delta Tx is given. What is that formula? Delta Tx is equal to delta Hx into Prandtl number minus raised to power minus 3. So delta Tx will be 6.5196. I am taking its unit in mm into 5.3096 into 10 to power 4 and minus 0.333. So the value of thermal boundary layer thickness will come out.
Sir, you have taken the value of Reynolds number.
Where?
Reynolds number है वो sir.
Oh, sorry.
की जगह अपने REX लिए.
Oh, correct. Thank you, gentlemen. That is the side effects of hunger. I have taken the value of, I have written the formula correctly. It is 0.699. So delta Tx comes out 7.33 mm. Okay. This is the answer. Since
Sir, into 10 to the power minus 3 भी आता है.
हाँ, so that will be meter. See, for why I have written mm here. I am considering delta Hx in mm. And Prandtl number is a non-dimensional number. So whatever the value of delta Hx you are considering, that will be the value of delta Tx. Isn't it? That is why I have clearly written the unit of.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it. Now what is this delta Tx actually? Once again try to understand its physical significance. When a fluid with temperature T infinity is flowing over the flat plate at surface temperature Ts, and Ts is greater than T infinity. So what will happen? The temperature of the fluid particle near to the flat plate will be equal to Ts. That is called as low temperature jump condition. And this way, and when any fluid particle will come into contact with this, again heat transfer will take place from this particle to this, so its temperature will be increasing. And this way temperature gradient will exist. So what is this delta Tx? Delta Tx is the thermal boundary layer thickness. Within this zone, temperature gradient will exist. Temperature of the fluid will vary equal to Ts at the flat plate to the T infinity at delta Tx. And beyond this point, temperature everywhere will be T infinity. So that is that narrow zone within which the temperature gradient will exist. That is the thermal boundary layer thickness. Okay. Then number 3. Number 3 is local friction coefficient, and number 4 average friction coefficient. So once again refer the data book. Same page number. Local coefficient of friction we are supposed to calculate. So friction factor is given on page number 112 in laminar flow. Friction factor is given, and CFX is nothing but local friction coefficient, and its formula is 0.664 into REX raised minus 0.5. Okay, this formula is given in the data book. So simply put the value of Reynolds number 0.664 into 5.3096 into 10 to power 4 raised to minus 0.5. So further, if you calculate this, CFX is nothing but coefficient, so it won't have any dimensions, and the value comes out 2.8816 into 10 to power minus 3. This will be answer number 3. Okay. I hope all of you have got this value.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The next is average coefficient of fraction up to the distance x, and it can be represented by CFX bar, or it can also be represented by CFX average. So if you see in data book, the very next formula is given as CFL average. So the L is the distance over which the fluid flow is taking place. In our case, it is x. So this is 1.328 into RE L x. I will take L as x minus 0.5. Now from this formula and this formula, you can easily say average value of coefficient of fraction is twice of local coefficient fraction. So many times if it is not given, you can use this relationship. Average value of coefficient fraction is twice the value of local coefficient of fraction. So simply I can double it. One 1.328 into 5.3096 into 10 to power 4 over minus 0.5. So the average value of coefficient fraction comes out, double of this, 5.763 into 10 to power minus 3. Now please mention here from data book. Later on you will be forgetting. Because some of the formula you are supposed to refer from data book, some of the formula you have to remember. The list I have already discussed in previous lecture. Okay. Now point number 5 is local shear stress and average shear stress. Now local shear stress is represented by tau x and average shear stress is represented by bar tau x. So can someone suggest me the formula for local shear stress? Now this formula is not given in data book. So I have to remember this formula. Local shear stress due to flowing over the flat plate up to the distance x can be given as, you have to remember this formula. I have discussed on this that day. Rho u infinity square by 2, and shear stress value is nothing but Newton per meter square. I am writing one note. Remember this formula. It is not given in data book. So the value of CFX I have calculated as 2.8816 into 10 to power minus 3. Value of density is 1.128. Value of u infinity is 3 square over 2. So the local shear stress value comes out 0.0146 Newton per meter square. Please someone check this value. I am waiting for your response. who is trying to join. Is it correct?
Correct value, sir.
Yes,
Then average shear stress. Tau bar, tau x bar. It is nothing but average value of coefficient of friction into rho u infinity square. And CFX bar is nothing but twice of CFX, isn't it? Twice into CFX into rho u infinity square, and this value is nothing but tau x. So I can also say tau x bar is nothing but twice of local shear stress. So tau x bar is twice of 0.0146 Newton per meter square, and it comes out 0.2925 Newton per meter square. This will be the answer of point number 5. Local shear stress and average shear stress. What is next?
local heat transfer coefficient.
Local heat transfer. Average is also there in combination? No. Local heat transfer coefficient is 6 and average heat transfer coefficient. Okay. So 6 and 7 we can calculate. So once again, local heat transfer coefficient will be Hx. Okay. Now once again refer HT data book. Okay. Page number 113. Now so far we are well aware our flow is external flow, boundary condition is constant wall temperature, and flow is laminar. So for all these conditions, if you refer data book, I have to select the expression of Nusselt number. See, what is actually from where Hx will come. In order to calculate local heat transfer coefficient, I have to calculate local Nusselt number, because NUX can also be represented by Hx into x over thermal conductivity of fluid. So this value is known to be x value 0.3. Thermal conductivity of fluid is known to me from the table. If I calculate the value of Nusselt NUX, I can get the value of Hx. So I have to calculate NUX. Okay. So in order to calculate the value of NUX, you have to refer page number 113. Can you suggest which expression of Nusselt NUX I can select here or I can choose here? The list of formula goes from 1.0 to 1.3 for laminar flow. So please give a thought process to select the value of NUX.
Sir, the one with 0.332 RE.
Yes, that is 1.1.
1.1.
Correct. Because other formulae are not applicable either for liquid metals or constant heat plus boundary conditions. So this one satisfies our requirement, isn't it? So I will write here equation 1.1 and page number 113. NUX will be 0.332, REX 0.5 into Prandtl number 0.333. Once again, the value of the expression for Nusselt number can be given as HLC over KF. So here LC will be X in our case. Okay. So calculate the value of local Nusselt number 0.332, 5.3096 into 10 to power, sorry, it is not minus, 0.5, and value of Prandtl number is 0.699, 0.33. So the value of NUX comes out. Can someone tell me the value of this?
Sir, 67.89.
How much?
67.89.
$67.89, correct. I could calculate 90. Okay. So now 67.90 is the local Nusselt number, is equal to Hx into 0.3, and the thermal conductivity of fluid I have 0.02756. Once again, I am repeating, it is the thermal conductivity of fluid, not of the surface over which fluid flow is taking place. So the value of Hx comes out, the value is 6.2.
Sir, actually,
Yes.
NUX is equals to NUX is equals to 0.332. तो वहाँ पे जो REX है वहाँ पे इंटू 10⁴ फिर उसका पावर 0.5 चाहिए था.
हाँ तो ओके, मैंने लिखा गलत है, but value is correct. Okay, let me correct it, otherwise it will confuse you. At this moment I can't afford to confuse you. Otherwise, like inorganic chemistry, you will stop studying heat transfer. Like this. Now is it okay? Okay. So the value of NUX will be 67.90. So the value of Hx comes out 6.237. I hope all of you have got the same value. This will be answer. Okay? Yes, okay.
Sir, unit.
Oh, yes. Here I am committing a lot of mistakes here. Watt per meter square Kelvin. This is the right answer. Okay. Now the next point number 7 is average coefficient of pressure. Now I can find out the value of average coefficient of friction in the similar fashion. If I have the value of average Nusselt number, H bar into X over KF, I can find out the value of average heat transfer coefficient. Now on page number 113, there is no value of average Nusselt number. But the moment you turn out the page, one expression is given, 1.3. Are you able to locate it? Average values for constant heat flux or constant wall temperature. So Nu bar X will be twice of local Nusselt number. And this is equation number 1.3, page number 114 in my data book. Okay. So this way I can get the values of NUX. So what is that? Average Nusselt number will be twice of 67.90, and this will be H bar into 0.3 into 0.02756 twice into 67.90. From here the value of average heat transfer coefficient as 12.475 watt per meter square Kelvin. That is simply H bar will be twice of Hx. So in many cases, I can apply this relation between average heat transfer coefficient and local heat transfer coefficient. If you don't have any relationship available, you can apply this relation between local heat transfer coefficient and average heat transfer coefficient. What is next point?
Total heat loss per hour for the length of the blade, 30 centimeter long, the
Yes.
flow.
So we are supposed to calculate local heat transfer coefficient actually. Okay. So now how heat transfer is taking place from flat plate to the fluid by convection. And in convection, heat transfer rate can be calculated by Newton's law of cooling. So from Newton's law of cooling, now tell me, here which H will come? H bar X or Hx?
Hx.
Hx or H bar X? Think over this. This is the gate question for 1 mark. In the Newton's law of cooling, the value of H considered as H bar X or Hx, that is local or average. So this area we are supposed to consider. This is Ax, and this will be width into X. Tell me, here it will be average heat transfer coefficient. Always, in the Newton's law of cooling, the value of heat transfer coefficient is always average heat transfer coefficient. Though we are considering it for the local distance X. So it is 12.475. What will be this local area? 0.3 is the width, X value is 0.3, Ts is 60, T infinity is 20. So this will be 44.91 watt. Okay, that is joule per second. But we are supposed to calculate heat transfer rate in hour. So it will be 44.9. 1 second will be equal to 3600 hours. So joule per hour. So QX will become 161,686 joule per hour, or QX is equal to 161,686 kilojoule per hour. So this will be the final answer. Okay. The QX will be in joule per second. We are supposed to represent in joule per hour. So 1 second is 1 by 3600 hours. So entire term will be multiplied by 3600. The next one is drag force. What is drag force? When air with velocity 3 meters per second is flowing over the flat plate, by virtue of friction, it tries to move the plate in the direction of flow, and the plate will offer one resistance force, that is called as a drag force, and it is given as average CFX into rho infinity square by 2 into area. That is, it is also called as average shear stress into area, isn't it? And average shear stress value, so I am using, so I have to get back 0.02925. The value of average shear stress is 0.02925 and area is 0.3 into 0.3. So drag force will come out 0.0137 and unit of drag force will be Newton. Now what is happening? The flow is taking place over the one side of the flat plate only. So only the upper surface area will come into picture. Had this flow is taking place over the both side of the plate, that is top surface as well as bottom, in that condition area will be twice the area, that is twice of 0.3 by 0.3. That is why I have considered
Sir, FD 2.63 into 10 to the power minus 3 आ रहा.
Yes, sir.
FD. Oh yes, sir. Yes. Sorry, I have calculated correctly. 2.6. Correct. It is correct value. I could also calculate
2.6325.
minus 3.
Minus 3.
Answer. This will be the answer. Okay. This way you can calculate. And the final thing is mass flow rate. So this formula also I have discussed on that day. At any distance x from the leading edge of the plate, mass flow rate is given by 5 by 8 rho into u infinity into delta hx. Now you have to remember this formula. This is not given in data book. So putting all the values, m dot as 5 by 8 into density is 1.128, velocity is 3, and the value of hydrodynamic boundary layer thickness is, it will be 6.51 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter. I have to match the units. So mass flow rate comes out 0.0137 kg per second. So this way you can solve such problems.